Welcome back. In this video, you will learn how to use the Autoscrubber and the Tennant 7100. Before learning how to use the Autoscrubber, let's first learn how to clean it. Drop all the dirty water down the drain. Remember to wear gloves if you're not wearing them, before continuing doing your task. For the dirty water container, make sure that no lint or any other buildup is around this tube. Buildup around this tube could inhibit the ability of the Autoscrubber to vacuum the water. If it's Friday, you will also need to dispose from the clean water and rinse the container, because if the chemicals stay still during the weekend, it will build up inside the container and could cause the water ball to malfunction. You need to become familiar with other parts of the Autoscrubber, like the wastewater pipe, the knob to increase the velocity of spin, and the knob that controls the direction of the spin. For the cleanup of the Autoscrubber, pull the lever to adjust the handle and lift the Autoscrubber. Then, take the brush out and proceed to disassemble the squeegees. Don't forget to unplug the drain vacuum hose from the brush frame. Use lukewarm water to rinse the frames of the brush and the squeegees and the individual plastic holders. Put the Autoscrubber in its original position and use the water hose at high pressure to clean the wastewater pipe from any undesirable buildup. Leave the Autoscrubber again and use the rack to dry the frame and to clean the wastewater hose for any buildup left. Set aside the buildup and throw it to the garbage. Connect the wastewater hose back to the frame and proceed to assemble the squeegees again. Remember that the squeegees on the front has tips on the edges, while the squeegee on the back does not. Put back the brush by matching the triangle in the brush with the one in the frame, and then slightly turn it to the right to secure it. If you're ready to use the scrubber, fill it with lukewarm water up to the end of the black plug section. The level indicates the $3 mark. Then, add 6 ounces of tri-base. Finish assembling both the clean and wastewater containers. Get familiar with the controls in the handle, like the battery gauge, the water exit, and the 3 tops of setting for the scrubber. Make sure that the wastewater hose is attached, and remove any garbage cans, mats, or extinguisher that could block your path. This type of model is old, so you will need to use a rack to wipe any water trace from the sides. To make the scrubber move, press the red button and pull the triggers up. You will need to press the red button only at the beginning. If you're going to make any turns, try to make wide turns. If you can make wide turns, lift the scrubber from the handle and make the turn. If the blue lid is not adjusted properly, you will have a bigger trace of water because a vacuum will not be formed. Adjust the lid, and instead of running the scrubber backwards, incline the scrubber up, go back and redo the part you missed. Make sure to keep at least 6 inches from each pass with the scrubber. After using the scrubber with the vacuum, brush and water, run it again with only the vacuum and the brush. When the battery indicator turns yellow, you will need to charge the machine. Grab the cord and plug it. If the red light turns on, it means it is charging. It will finish when the green light is turned on. We will now move on to the second 100, use and clean. First, connect the water hose to the faucet. You will need a special key for the faucet. Stop adding water once you're 2 feet away from the tap. Disconnect the water hose and set it aside because you will need it for the cleanup. Add 6 ounces of crackers. Check the water level of your batteries. If you need to add water, use distilled water. Turn on the machine and press the scrubber button. The squeegees on the scrubber will come down and you can go forward by stepping on the accelerator. You can make close turns by decelerating and turning the wheel to the side you prefer. For the cleanup, park the machine close to the edge of the platform. Open the first lid of the wastewater side to start draining the water. Attach the water gun attachment to the hose. Reconnect the hose to the faucet, and open and extract the second lid of the wastewater attached to a filter. Rinse the wastewater container, the auxiliary squeegee, and the wastewater filter. Open the side squeegees and extract the brushes, then proceed to rinse the squeegees and then the holders for the brushes. You can now rinse the brushes, start putting the filter, the brushes, and the squeegees together. Turn off the water faucet. Disconnect the water hose and use the gun attachment to release any water left before you disconnect it from the hose. Roll up the hose and put it on top of the machine. When you're done using the machine, park it in its designated place. Remember that to go in reverse, you need to step on the accelerator with your heel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.